Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So many of you would have seen the title and the thumbnail of this video and clicked on this video and come straight here to see what I'm actually talking about, which is all fine. Now, before many of you get your knickers in a twist, I am going to state that this video is going to be PG, which is parental guidance, because we're going to have a lot of upset kids who are going to go crying after watching this video. So let's get on to the video and I'll explain to you what cars it is I'm actually talking about, which are the big heaps of you know what. So let's get on to it.
Goddamn, get it done, will ya? Woo. When the blow up now, everybody's so unusual with it. Shit. But said times in his rhymes, cause his memories. We running through New York, so you know.
Okay, so if many of you guys don't know, and if many of you are from the US and probably watching this and don't have a clue either, in the UK, we get a lot of different variants that are not in the US. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is purely because I get a lot of messages on a daily basis of people, because of what's happening in the city right now with the ULEZ, which if you're not in the US and you don't know what that is, it's the ultra low emission zone, which in this country they're trying to bring in place to stop diesel cars because they're saying they're not emission friendly and trying to get them off the road, have a diesel scrappage scheme and whatever else, trying to stop people basically driving diesel and push them to electric cars. Now, what a lot of these people are doing is because they've got old diesels that are no longer compliant, they're getting rid of them or selling them for whatever they're worth. And then what do you know? They're using the money, putting in obviously a minimum and max price on eBay. And believe it or not, what's actually coming up? BMWs. But not the kind of BMWs that I buy, and many of you guys buy, you know, reliable ones and the ones that hold their value and don't go down on value. They give you a thrill when you drive them. No. People are buying this. Now, if you can see right there, this is a heap of. Now, many people actually do buy these basic low spec cars. Now, these come in the BMW 116i's, 118i, some of them. The 120i is a bit high spec, so they don't come like this, but this is what people are targeting. Now, the reason they're targeting this is because when they sell their old scrapper or anything cheap coming from a Corsa, a Fiesta, anything of that matter, they go and put in their budget of £2 grand, £1,500, and little do you know what's gonna turn up. The crappy old BMW 1 Series, which are heaps of crap, which have the lowest poverty spec, that these people have no idea what they're getting themselves into. They go and buy the car because it's £1,500, £1,600, you know, thinking they're getting a great car because they got a BMW and come from some fool. They think that they've actually conned someone. Little do they know that person who sold that car to them was actually a trader who's been trying to get rid of that for many years, and now that dopey person's just gone and bought it. So the engines that are underneath them are usually the N46 and the M43 later on. But the M46 engine was no better than the M42, and the engines underneath them are heaps of. Now, little do people know regarding them engines, that engine was one of the worst manufactured engines of all time. It was a crappy 4-cylinder engine. And because people make it think it's a 2 litre, so, you know, you get a lot of people who believe 116i means it's a 1.6, 118i believes it's a 1.8, which is simply not the case. A 116i just means the lowest spec, lowest grade car you will ever buy from BMW. The 118i is the in-between. You probably get climate control, it'll make it just a little bit better than a 116i. And then you've got the 120i. They're all 2 litre engines, they're all heaps of crap. And we get a lot of people keep buying them. They'll either go from their Honda, from their Ford, from their Vauxhall, but yet little do they know that them cars are actually more reliable, cheaper to maintain, and just better all round than that crappy BMW 116i they actually bought, or that 118i. But they don't understand that. Now, I know there's gonna be a lot of people upset after watching this video because they probably just gonna bought one of them heaps of crap, and little did they know about the engine, or they felt good buying it because they felt special buying it. But I'm sorry, I'm here to tell the truth. And I know people don't usually like that. I know people don't like me for that, but I'm not gonna be fake to please the people who actually have them cars, because as I've told you many times, they're heaps of. And the same as the BMW 520d with the M47 engine, it's a heap of. And the same for the 320d engine, the 318d, the 320d, and I could sit here all day and tell you all day long, they're heaps of. And there's nothing that you guys can tell me regarding that. And the reason you guys get offended when you watch these kind of videos is because you own one of them and you hate that you can't get anything else. Unfortunately, I'm here to tell the truth. I'm not here to lie. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you you've got a great car, because you haven't. You've got a low budget spec BMW. That's all it is. BMWs were never designed to have 4-cylinder engines. They're designed for 6 cylinders and obviously the V8s. And that is what BMW is about, not the crappy 4-cylinder engines. The only people that go for 4-cylinder engines are people who don't know what they're doing when they first get into the BMW market, either have no money at all and they think it's going to be a cheaper car to maintain than buying a 3 litre, and then they find out that the car's maintenance is actually going to cost them more in the long run than it would have been running a 3 litre 6-cylinder engine, which would have ended up being more reliable, and they would have actually spent less money, because the amount of money you need to invest to keep them 4-cylinder engines running is absolutely ridiculous. You spend more than what the car's worth, more than what the engine's worth. And guess what? You can go to the scrapyard and buy another engine, but it's going to have all the same problems. They're all the same. They're big heaps of that BMW should have really, you know, recalled, pulled all the engines back, and never should have been allowed to sell any of them anymore. But unfortunately, they never. And this is why they continue to make money from people who carry on buying these cars. And I'm here to tell you, if you have recently just purchased one of them cars, try and get rid of it. And when I mean try, you're gonna have a very, very hard time trying to get rid of that, especially with people like me telling people not to buy them heaps of junk. And unfortunately for you, you've gone and bought it, which you're gonna be lumbered with it now, because nobody wants that. The person that you bought it from has probably had it for a good probably 2-3 years, been trying to sell it. And when what they do is they leave the ad down for a long, long time, put it back up like a new car. And that's what a lot of people do. But unfortunately, as I said to you guys, this is gonna upset a lot of different people. But the truth of the matter is this: they are heaps of and if you guys don't know about them in the US, well, now you do. That's what a lot of the people in the UK actually go for, and what little do they realize is that the car they actually sold to purchase that would have been more reliable than the car they've actually just purchased. But I get emails literally every day regarding that heap of crap engine, and the same for the M47. And I am not interested in them engines. I have no interest in them engines whatsoever. We will not get one on this channel. We will not repair one. I will not take a subscriber's one. I have no interest in 4-cylinder engines, full stop. And that is the end of it. So there you have it, guys. And like I said, that is gonna upset a lot of these little kids that are gonna watch this video, go crying, probably try and share it, but I don't give a crap. Let them. You know, because at the end of the day, I'm telling the truth, and they can't stand the truth. They hate the truth. But unfortunately, I'm here to burst their bubble and probably wreck their day. But you know, who cares? Because I don't. I'm gonna go and enjoy my day, and they can be there getting upset over the heap of that they actually bought. That's nobody's problem apart from theirs, so they can enjoy fixing it or scrap it, because nobody's gonna be dumb enough to buy it back off them, especially probably after watching this video. So thank you very much for watching, guys. It's BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.